Human rights groups in Tanzania are urging the International Criminal Court to investigate President Samia Suluhu Hassan. The human rights activists approached the ICC to investigate President Samia Suluhu Hassan and her government over alleged crimes against humanity committed during the unrest that followed the country's disputed election. The organizations and the opposition political parties say that security forces were involved in the mass killings and the clandestine disposal of bodies. Now, the government has not commented on the demand for the ICC probe and is yet to release an official death toll from the post-election clashes. We're now joined by Tito Magoti, who's a Tanzanian international human rights lawyer. Thank you very much indeed for joining us and welcome to the program.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure.
All right. So I think a lot of people are talking about the ICC petition, but the story of human rights in Tanzania and the challenges that citizens have been facing is not a new story, is it?
Yeah, 100%. The ICC, I would say the ICC measure is, in a way, a way through which we think there probably going to be accountability, given the fact that, as you said, the story is not new of atrocities in Tanzania. The violations have been ongoing, but we have been missing accountability. The impunity has grown such that law enforcement agencies have been using force against civilians. We have had, the use of authoritarian tendencies. You'd think about abductions, enforced disappearances, torture, and extrajudicial killing of critical voices, but also the suppression of civil liberties through political reprisals, jailing of opposition candidates, suppression of the media, the NGOs, and more relating to civil liberties. So it's, in a way, a new chapter that analysts, but also the general populace in Tanzania think that maybe this one might bring accountability.
Why do you think the Tanzanian authorities have been able to get away with these abuses for so long?
Our governance architecture was crafted to babysit the regime, the CCM, Chama cha Mapinduzi Party, that has been in power since flag independence. The judiciary, properly so-called, in Tanzania is dysfunctional. With the president appointing judges unvetted, with the president appointing, all the major institutions of criminal justice people and, individuals. In a way, they feel like they react or they're accountable to the appointing authority, with also not having a parliament. You'd locate it since 2020. When we had 99% of members being from the CCM party. And you would also think about the quality of the deliberations in the parliament. It spoke more of praising the president than, doing the role of the parliament, that's checks and balance. So it's more to do with the dysfunctional nature of systems of governance. And it all goes back to the constitution that was meant to serve under one party rule.
And I guess for many, what's happened October 29 is really a step far too far. And with the international eyes on Tanzania, could this be seen as a moment that could be a turning point in terms of the human rights story in the country?
Yes, it's a new day that surprised almost everyone, with millennials and the people, the old people feeling like we are entering into new political dispensation culture. But I think this for me is not a surprise because people have been banning quietly in the country. There's been plenty of political, economic, social grievances that have not been attended, but also there's a new generation. We are 7 million population, and you would wonder which political class can be able to contain the grievances of a 70 million population. So for me, I saw it coming, to be honest, because we speak to people, we're in the streets, we are the people, we are Tanzanians, and we are the descendants of Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere, who is one of the liberators of African countries. So it shows that there's going to be a new climate of, outrages, people demanding accountability, people holding the government to account, because CCM had closed all other means of people expressing their grievances. And now they are taking it upon themselves to say, we are the people, you are a government that is meant to serve the people, to be for the people, and be accountable to the people.
Tito, we're going to have to leave it there, but thank you very, very much indeed for giving us these valuable insights, particularly on this human rights story in Tanzania. Let's hope that things change for the better, and very soon. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much, Peter.
That was Tito Magoti, a Tanzanian international human rights lawyer.